Online Divorce Lawyer is a best of both worlds option for you, the California uncontested divorce consumer. It saves you from two dangers: the danger of the fraud and incompetence of unlicensed and unregulated online divorce mills, mostly located outside of the state of California, and with some of them being in Ukraine, India, or Mexico. It also saves you from the overcharging of traditional California divorce lawyers who do not have online divorce to offer you. They can only offer you a $5,000 or $7,500 retainer fee for full representation services, which you do not need in a simple uncontested divorce. They're not going to tell you that, of course, because they don't have anything else to offer. They don't have online divorce to offer you like your local online divorce lawyer does. So your local online divorce lawyer can provide you with the convenience, the low cost, the self-empowerment of online divorce, plus the safety and security of a California divorce lawyer on your team should your case blow up or should you require further legal services. Now, keep in mind that you won't be hiring online divorce itself. You'll be hiring your local online divorce lawyer. Online Divorce Lawyer is the company that has created and maintains the California online divorce software and the other systems that go together into the package that we sell to business-savvy divorce lawyers in your area. It's an exclusive service. There is only one online divorce lawyer in your area, and it is, again, the best of both worlds option. Now, when you first contact your local online divorce lawyer, you might call him or her on 1-800-DIVORCE. That'll get you directly through to that exclusive online divorce lawyer, or perhaps you'll fill in a web form like this and you'll be contacted by your local online divorce lawyer. You'll then have a case strategy session with that lawyer. He or she will ask you questions. You'll have a chance to ask questions too. And between the two of you, you will determine the type of case that you've got. If it is a simple uncontested divorce, your online divorce lawyer will offer you one or more low-cost, flat-fee, unbundled document review packages where you will know your exact cost up front. You'll know exactly what's included and exactly what the costs will be. So when you have picked the package that suits you and your budget best, your online divorce lawyer will then create your online divorce lawyer account, and you will receive, as a result of that, an account opening email that looks a lot like this, with your user ID, your temporary password, which you can change then to something more secure once you've logged in, and the link to your online divorce lawyer's client login portal. Robert I. Powell, by the way, is not a real lawyer. He's a fake lawyer that we use for the purposes of videos like this. So when you get your account opening email, you will click on the link that will take you to your online divorce lawyer's login portal. I'm not going to log into the account that I've just created because that account is empty and you don't want to sit there and watch me fill in client data. So I'm going to log into an existing sandbox account that has already been almost completed. When you log in, this, again, I want to stress, this is not a real person's account, but it does look like a real person's account. When you log in, your local online divorce lawyer's information will be here. You'll have an appropriate welcome message here, which changes as you go through the case. Immediately below that on a laptop or desktop screen, you'll see the next options in your case, always with the best option highlighted in yellow. To the left of your screen, you will see your client menu, which contains, amongst other things, a list of interview pages for you to complete. When you first log in, on your very first login, this link here will say Begin Interview. You would click on that and it would take you to this page, the first page of the interview, and you would begin by filling in the requested information, and you would then click on one of the next buttons. There's, on every single page, there's a next button top and bottom, and when you click on the next button, the system will check to make sure that you've completed everything on that page. If you haven't, if you missed something, it'll give you an error message, a red error message right here, and that tells you exactly what's missing. You then have the option to complete that missing data and click on the next button again, which would save everything and take you to the next page. If you, let's say that you can't remember, let's say that you're on your spouse partner's name page and you can't remember how to spell your spouse's middle name. That doesn't matter. You can carry on with the interview. You can log out. All of your data is safely and securely saved on an encrypted link to our server, and you can come back anytime in the future. Your data is safe and intact. So you can either go through your interview by going page to page, clicking the next button, which will keep you on track and move you to the next page, or you can jump around. You can jump around as much as possible. One thing I might mention is bear in mind that some of these pages towards the bottom, the end of your interview, rely on data that you have entered up towards the top. So you can jump around as much as you're able to do so, but bear in mind some of these pages down here, if you haven't completed these pages up here, you'll run into an error message. It'll tell you this page cannot accept data until you've gone back to such and such a page to complete data there. So just by way of a warning, it does allow you to move around, jump around as much as possible, but you can't always do that safely. Okay, before this video, I went in to the My Spouse Partner address page and I removed the spouse's zip code because I wanted to demonstrate that when you log into your account, you'll be able to tell very quickly which pages have been completed. The pages that have been completed have a little check mark in this box here. The pages that haven't been completed do not. So you can tell immediately which pages need attention. If you click on Continue Interview, then it'll take you to the very first page that needs attention. Alternatively, you just click directly on that page. And as I told you before, whenever anything is missing, except on your very first entry to the page, of course, it'll tell you right here in red what's missing. It'll show you right down here with red asterisks exactly where that's missing from. So you can then go ahead and re-enter. You need a Simi Valley zip code. And if you want the mailing address here to be the same as the residential address here, you just check that box and it will populate that automatically for you. You can see that the red error messages are gone, and you can either click the next button or you can jump to another page. And you will see here that the My Spouse Partner's address page now has a check mark in the box and you're good to go. At this point, you're ready to check your interview. You can do that either by clicking on the Continue Interview button. If all of these pages are complete, it'll take you to the Check Interview page. You can go to the last page of the interview, and from there you could click on Next, or you can do what I'm going to do, and that is just click on Check Interview. Three things are happening on the interview check page. First of all, it checks to make sure that your pages are all complete. We pretty much knew that they were check marks in all boxes. If you'd neglected one, if you'd failed to see that one box didn't have a check mark, it would tell you right here, and that page would be highlighted in red over here. Second thing that's going on is it checks for any time-critical issues in your case. There aren't many of those. A good example would be if you have a minor child that is maybe, I don't know, 2 weeks away from his or her 18th birthday. The system doesn't know when you're going to file your case at court. If you do so after the child has become 18, then that child should not be listed on the divorce petition. So it would give you a warning here about that. The third and final thing is this section checks to make sure that critical issues have not changed since you've completed the interview. Now, this interview was completed, 60 seconds ago, but that might not happen in the real world. You might complete your interview, go away to think about things for a week and come back. It wants to check to make sure that all of these critical issues are still intact and valid. So read each one of these. If nothing has changed, put a check in that box. Click on Proceed to Attorney Document Review. Two things are now happening. Number one, you'll be reading this page, which tells you that your attorney has been activated and will be in touch with you shortly. And the second thing that's happening is that your online divorce lawyer will be receiving an email telling him or her that you are ready to proceed. He or she will then download your first batch of documents. There are 3 batches in most cases. This is your first batch only. So you can see it's a 16-page batch, and these documents, as you can tell, are fully prepared and ready to be filed. They're all complete. They're ready for signature and dating, and your attorney will check them and review them, come to you with any questions or issues. And presently 31 of the 58 California counties offer e-filing in family law cases, and e-signature also. So depending on the county where your case will be filed, this is a Ventura County case, which must mean that the respondent, Jennifer Jones, resides in Ventura County, because as you can see, Stephen Jones resides in Los Angeles County. So this is a Ventura County case, and your attorney will then review the documents and contact you with instructions on how to file the case over the counter at court, or, if available, e-file. The only other thing I want to show you is a marital settlement agreement, which may be the most important document in your case. It's a written agreement that covers all of the issues in your case: children, parenting, visitation plans, division of property and debt, custody, spousal support, child support. You can see it's quite extensive. Most marital settlement agreements are 6 or 7 pages. Basically covers everything in your case. The two of you will sign it. Your spouse's signature must be notarized. This gets submitted to the court in your third and final batch of documents, and the judge will approve it, and it becomes your divorce judgment. So I hope that this video has helped you to see what the online divorce lawyer service is like and what the actual software is like. As far as we're aware, we're the only company that shows consumers what our software looks like before you buy it. It seems like more of them should do so. We believe we're the only ones. and that's because it's a very good, bulletproof California divorce software package. You'll find that it's very adaptable, and it will prepare the exact divorce that you want, and your online divorce lawyer will always be just a phone call, a text, an email away while you're completing that interview, always ready to answer questions and provide additional advice. So, hope that's helped. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and thank you again.